what the family wants, I have the right to rearrest.
What's going on? Look what the box has just done. It was working fine, now it's just powered itself down and it's booting up. I haven't touched it, I haven't done anything. What is going on? I've literally stopped recording. It spent 10 minutes booting up, and now I changed the channel, and now all it's doing, did you see that? It booted up, flicked off, started to boot, flicked off again. And now it's just looking dead. No, now it's booting up again. And I haven't touched it or anything, you saw that from the recording, it was just booting for the sake of it. Now I have no explanation as to why. Didn't say it was doing anything, I just flicked channels, and now no doubt we're going to have to sit here for another 10 minutes waiting for this fully feature and fun packed piece of equipment to load, to show me a TV channel. Crying out loud. I think I'm going to post all these on YouTube just to let the world know how shit this really is. Pardon my French. Oh, here we go. There you go, it's just come up. A menu. On step 1 of 2 bazillion. Crying out loud. Now I thought the acceptable response time for a bit of electronics or software was 1 second. 1 second that a user would accept and tolerate. I know Windows is pretty poor at times. You might click on a mouse with a mouse here and there on an icon and it might take 10 seconds. But this is taking the proverbial biscuit for how long it takes to turn on and how poor it is. Oh, give me strength. We're still only at 1 blip. Look at that. It's now taken 3 minutes since its decision to just power down for no apparent reason after I was watching it boot up. So since we've had this back, it's been on off all afternoon. I hadn't actually got round to turning it on. Silly me. So when I turned it on, it was froze on the sports channel that the field service engineer and the engineer had left it on whilst discussing sports, and wouldn't let me get any of the GUI or the user interface up. Very similar to last night, but this time it had a picture, and even with me doing the power on and off, as you could see on the front there of the scientific letterbox with the little power on and power off button, the video was still getting fed to the screen, which is very, very strange. Complete opposite of last night, where I was getting no picture and sound. But this time the remote control wasn't, well, it was working because you could see that the box was turning on and off. However, the picture was being left on the TV. It was continually driving the output, which is very odd. So I'm hazarding a guess that's a software issue. Don't buy that it's hardware, don't buy that it's the remote control, because all of those are proved to be working, and upon a reboot it was all fine. Now we're looking at it again. This is doing this very similar. I've got my knickers in a twist 1080, flashing 1080, and I'm thinking, I'm just waiting to see what it says. 1080. Well, it's telling the TV that it's 1080, I don't know what it's doing at the moment. If it boots up, that'll be a benefit to all of us. So it's thinking long and hard. So I've now spent another 20 minutes of my life that I cannot get back, and I only have the memories and the joy of looking back and thinking, oh, what fun that was, sitting in front of a TV watching a bit of hardware boot up that had no functionality. So here we go. Anytime today, if you don't mind. Did that say L7 or something? I don't know. Well, it's taken 5.5 minutes. That's quick, so it's not got it yet. Well, whatever it's doing, it's fucking with the TV signal. Pardon my French. You can see the TV can't decide what to do. It's flicking on and off. Initializing stage 4. This is what I was trying to explain to these guys about this HDMI output on this Scientific Atlanta box. I'm not completely convinced it's up to spec. Well, I don't know whether that's a chipset issue, whether that's a hardware issue, whether that's a software or a BIOS issue, but from what I can see there's a distinct problem, and it's with this particular box. My other box never had this issue and would switch perfectly. It just sat there for months. Now I've done some diagnostics here and tested it's not the existing cable or the TV by running this here, the cable, the HDMI that goes to this. I've swapped and run out of my little high def DVD player, and I've also removed the video and audio switch and gone straight to the TV, and I get the same issue. Once it's got itself in a twist, it's not happy. I don't know what it's doing now. I think it might have got to the point where it's booted up. I don't know. Oh, hang on, I heard something there. Oh, we got, what's that? 0, 0. I think we might have booted up now. Not actually sure. I think I don't know what it's doing. I'm now getting on the box. Yeah, let's see down here. Just so you can see. It's now saying 6:47. Oh, well, hey, after all of that, what was that, 8 minutes nearly, we finally got a picture back. Let's see whether it will work. So we'll now go to our 171. So, TV, it's letting us change to 171. Now we'll do what we did a minute ago, go to 71.
Listen to me.
That's
or
good.
Kick me out.
And then we're going to go to another music channel, of course, not playing music.
A long time in jail for like a disease that became very.
So now it would appear
it's really sad.
I can record stuff. At least I can see stuff on the screen.
I can feel the animosity and resentment towards me, but until they get a grasp and process all this and see
now what we're
really where I
gonna
was
do,
coming from with clear eyes, will they be able to understand that I did the right thing?
let's just check what resolution we've got. So we don't want 480. We don't want 480p.
But they're having difficulty understanding.
We don't want
Jen's
720.
perspective. I asked Jen to join the other patients to
We
try to get everything
want
out on the table and to better understand how to deal with this
1080i,
very
and that is
complicated
it.
situation.
That's all I want.
Oh, goodness.
Excellent.
Long time no see.
So for the moment it seems to be back up, but those two glitches are completely unexpected.